pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing and join the board in one moment of silence as we honor our veterans and our first responders. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I'll entertain a motion for approval of bills and payroll.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Casado. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Salaski. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Rivera.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Resolved to approve the minutes of the meetings of the Board of Trustees from May 3rd, May 10th, and May 17th, 2023.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Casado. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by deputy mayor Sartori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Resolved to approve a 3-year renewal for a pistol range license issued to Britt Firearms, 89 Mineola Boulevard, Mineola.
Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Motion by deputy mayor Sartori. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Resolved to approve a contract with Starfire Corporation for a fireworks display in Mineola Memorial Park following a concert on Saturday, September 23rd, 2023, at a cost of $10,000, and the contract will be reviewed by the village attorney when we receive it.
Okay, very good. This is our last concert of the year, and it coincides with our annual fireworks, which obviously is a highlight. So I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Salaski. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Reedy.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the board, Mr. Gibbons.
Good evening.
First item I have for your consideration this evening is a request for a resolution to authorize the extension of the engineering services proposal for the preparation of applications for funding through the Environmental Facilities Corporation and the Drinking Water State Revolving Fund and the Water Infrastructure Improvement Act, along with the Federal Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, the bill, funding program, including the preparation of a project listing form and an engineering report for PFAS treatment with accommodation for potential future 1,4-dioxane treatment at well number 1. The village board previously authorized these engineering services for well number 1 funding submissions on June 15th, 2022. If the board recalls, last June, I came with the proposal to do this, to put in for funding last year for well 1, and in July we did well 6 as well. We did get awarded well 6, but last year we did not get awarded well 1. So we are going after that money again this year because we know we do have hits of PFAS that do need to be taken care of, and with an impending change in the MCL proposed by the EPA, we would probably not be in compliance. So that's the purpose of going after this, to then put out contracts for the construction of the GACs for PFAS treatment at well number 1. So obviously our engineers at D&B Engineers and Architects PC, the total cost for this is $12,500. Funding source is the 2023-2024 water fund budget and or the water fund unreserved fund balance. Mouthful, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. But we absolutely, it's important, we have to do this, and it's great that Mr. Reedy and Mr. Martin stay on top of it, along with our engineers who are literally experts at this. Entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Casado. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by deputy mayor Sartori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. I also have a personnel item, request a resolution authorizing the hiring of Andrew Romano of Mineola as a laborer in the sanitation division of the Department of Public Works at a starting salary of $18 per hour in accordance with the collective bargaining agreement.
Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Salaski. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Ms. Arini. Mr. O'Keefe.
Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
Resolved to authorize the proposed Municity Integrated Parcel Management SaaS by ICC for the implementation of a comprehensive building permit management program. Stage 1 for Municity 5 will cost $52,200. Stage 2 for Municity Connect will be $35,000. And year 1, once we launch, the annual maintenance for Municity 5 will be $12,600, and Municity Connect will be $3,000, totaling the yearly maintenance at $15,600.
Okay, so one of the things that I did with Mr. O'Keefe and with Mr. Rivera, once Mr. O'Keefe came on, is we want to begin to bring our building department into the 21st century and to digitize it and to start to streamline it. The permitting process, obviously, there's a lot of paper in a building department, and there's not a lot of space, and so we have to try to be work a little bit smarter, not harder. After interviewing, I believe, three companies, Mr. Rivera and Mr. O'Keefe, with my input, we've decided that Municity gave us our biggest bang for our buck, and especially going forward, their annual cost of just over $15,000 is reasonable as we grow into the full use of Municity. So,
Yeah, very
did I do a
user-friendly
good
as
job
well.
of explaining? Is that
Very,
more or
very
less
good.
it?
Perfect.
Yep,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
I have one
Yep,
question.
sure.
Sure.
So it's stages to get us up and running, and
Right.
then there's year one maintenance. Is that all happening in this year's budget? Will we be up and running and spend the maintenance money in the same year?
The stage 1 and 2 will be this year.
And the 12,000 will be this year and every year after that.
So stage 1 is doing our internal part,
Okay.
right? Getting the system up and running for the building department. Stage 2, which is Municity Connect, is the public part.
Yes.
So
Okay.
what we're gonna do, the process for stage 1 could run anywhere from 8 to 12 months to get it implemented, work out the kinks, get all
Yeah.
the forms and everything updated. So it might be in this fiscal year, stage 1 definitely, stage 2 might begin.
Okay.
It
may
depends
overlap.
on where.
Most of the
Okay.
time, it takes up to a year, depending on the municipality.
Mhm.
But I think with our size, we might be able to cut that in half.
Okay, yeah, no rush. I just want to understand the money in which budget year it's in.
Yeah, it really depends on where we're at once we go through the process before we launch.
Okay.
So there's some things we have to do internally to get all our ducks in a row before
Exactly.
we go ahead and
Yeah,
launch to
they'll
the public.
tailor it to fit our needs.
Right.
Got it.
So, and this is gonna be beneficial for, the Department of Public Works, Water and
The
Sewer,
attorneys.
everybody will have,
And for developers and for
Interaction.
residents alike.
Exactly, yeah.
Eventually, it's just gonna make it easier, more user-friendly.
right,
To be able to do this, and they'll be able to do it from a computer, and so we'll eliminate some of the paperwork and eliminate some of the processes that, we have to go through now.
exactly,
I like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Sounds
Right.
like it's a smart idea.
Okay, and it's all about efficiency. This will make the building department more efficient, for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. I'll entertain a motion to approve. Did we do that yet?
No,
No.
I'll entertain it.
Deputy
Motion.
Mayor Sartori, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Casado. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
All right, I am asking the board for a resolution tonight to authorize the Village of Mineola Building Department to commence a residential property amnesty program for all residential properties for a period starting on June 15th, 2023, and ending on December 31st of 2023. The amnesty program shall only apply to applications received by the building department to legalize and maintain any prior construction or installation that was done without a building permit. The property owner will not be assessed a triple building department permit fee, which we would normally apply. Applicants will only be assessed the regular building department fee administered by the building department. All other requirements, code sections, any regulations required by New York State and Mineola will be adhered to. The building department will be more than willing to speak with any interested party and explain all necessary procedures in order to obtain a building permit. All interested property owners can contact my department if you have any questions at 516-746-0750, extension 255. At this time, I would ask the board for a resolution authorizing the amnesty program.
Okay, so it's pretty self-explanatory. Again, something that Mr. O'Keefe discussed with me is, and I see this a lot, when people go to sell their houses, they realize they put in a deck, 15 years ago, or they added a bathroom, and now the bank is requiring a CO.
Right.
They come in, if they want to legalize and maintain, we charge them triple what the original fee would have been. If people come out now and they want to legalize and maintain what they did perhaps, or what their parents did, or what the previous homeowner did
Right.
without a permit, this is a way to kind of move forward, knowing that if and when you want to sell your home, everything will be on the up and up, everything will be legalized, and you will not be charged a triple fee, which is pretty common for building departments
Yes.
in these situations.
Yes.
So this is just, it's not about judging people, it's not about you're hiding something, you're not hiding something. It's about you did something, or something was done at your property that you're not sure if it was legal or not. Here's your opportunity to legalize it for the original cost of the
As if you were
permit
building
fee,
it
as if
today.
you were doing it now.
Right.
So if, after we end the amnesty period on December 31st, 2023, you come in on January 1st, 2024, then you would presumably be charged the triple fee.
Yes, and you will be able to apply up until the deadline. So day of, we will still treat it with the amnesty.
Right, and if you're not sure if something is legal or isn't legal, or if there is a permit, you can certainly, you're always welcome to come down and see your file
Yeah.
and see if there is a permit there for a fence, bathroom, a deck, a pool, whatever it is.
We will be
that
happy
they-
to assist, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions from the board? Okay. Again, what we want with this and in so many other things in the village is compliance. It's not about hammering people over the head or getting revenue. It's about, in the case of building, largely it's about public safety. It's about making sure that, that our homes are safe for the occupants as well as for our first responders. And, the building department is really here to protect you from shady contractors, from shoddy work, and certainly for any prior conditions that you may not be aware of. So I think this is a great opportunity for people to legalize and maintain, and not leave the problem for their kids or someone else down the road to have to deal with it when they have to go and sell the house, and now you have to legalize and maintain something. You have to go before the BZA, you have to mail your neighbors and have hearings and pay the triple fee. This is an opportunity to just, set everything straight.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well said.
Good, I think that this is worthwhile. I'll entertain a motion to approve the resolution.
Motion?
Motion by trustee Salaski, a second by trustee Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And in closing, the total revenue taken in by the building department for the month of May 2023 was $129,217 for all licensing, permits, and certificates issued. Residential permits are trending high due to the season we are in for construction. Again, any questions or support on future projects for the residents of Mineola, please do not hesitate to contact the building department, and we will be happy to assist you.
And I would also add that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna speak in round numbers, that since we just ended the fiscal year, we were at about 1.4 million in the building department.
Yeah.
Previous year, about 1.2 million.
Exactly.
So we went up about 200,000 in the building department. And I think with these efficiencies and these programs, we will continue to improve on those numbers. Anything else, Mr. O'Keefe?
That is it,
No?
sir.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Gibbons.
Thank you, Mayor. I have two resolutions I'd like to put before the board,
Sure.
both pertaining to well number 1. The first, whereas the Incorporated Village of Mineola has undertaken to design and construct improvements to the village water system facilities at well number 1, and whereas the work shall include the construction of a new masonry building to house a granular activated carbon absorption treatment system to meet emerging contaminant treatment recommendations at well number 1 facility. And whereas the Board of Trustees has completed its review pursuant to CEQA and has completed a short-form environmental assessment form to assist it in evaluating the environmental impact of the proposed action, now therefore be it resolved that the design and construction of improvements to the village water system facilities at well number 1 is a type 2 action under CEQA, and the board finds that it poses no significant environmental impact as that term is defined under CEQA.
I'll entertain a motion. Motion by trustee Casado, seconded by deputy mayor Sartori. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Mayor. The second resolution, whereas the Village of Mineola is applying for a funding grant issued through the New York State Department of Health's Environmental Facilities Corporation through the Water Infrastructure Improvement Act, and whereas as part of the grant application, the Village of Mineola will commit to providing the difference between the total project cost and funds which may be received through the grant, and whereas the maximum amount to be funded through grants is $5,767,200, and the estimated maximum project cost is $9,612,000. Now therefore be it resolved that the Village of Mineola has the ability to bond up to the full project cost of $9,612,200, which shall be reduced by the amount of any and all such grants that may be received in support of the project, should the project receive grant funding from the Environmental Facilities Corporation. And if I could have a vote on that resolution, Mayor?
Okay, entertain a motion to approve that resolution.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Salaski. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by deputy mayor Sartori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Anything else?
Nothing
Mr.
further,
Gibbons?
Mayor.
That's it. And obviously, those are big numbers, but we really don't have much of a choice. And water is certainly one of the most important, if not the most important service that we provide, and we want to ensure that we give our residents clean water, and we are continuously leading the pack. As I've said multiple times, it's not just us, it's throughout Nassau County, throughout Long Island. Obviously, if you just pick up the newspaper, this is something that is ongoing, and we are expecting that there will be continued support from the state, from the federal government in terms of grants, but we need to plan for this work now, and we will plan for it and then try to recoup as much of that as we can. With that, I will entertain a motion to close the work session. Motion by trustee Casado. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And since it is 7 o'clock, we are just going to go right into our public meeting. And I will start just by saying a few things. Today is June 7th, and this weekend is our 9th annual Portugal Day Parade on June 11th, Sunday. Kicks off at 11 a.m. From the corner of Sayville and Jericho Turnpike. It heads east on Jericho to Roslyn, south on Roslyn, and then east on Westbury Avenue to Union, where it ends at the entrance to Wilson Park on Union, where there will be the Portuguese American Center, Mineola Portuguese Center's annual carnival, which starts on Friday. So the carnival is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The parade is on Sunday. I believe that by then, that the smoke will have dissipated and we will be able to have the parade. Other than that, the weather does look very nice, so I expect that we'll have a great day for a parade and look forward to seeing our Portuguese American residents, but all of our residents out along the parade route supporting the marchers and the groups that will participate and march in the parade. So it's a great day, looking forward to it, hope to see you there. Secondly, next Wednesday, we have a hearing on a project that is coming before us called The Bridge. It is, and here it is, if anyone wants to peruse this, you can come to Village Hall and request to see a copy. It is a project right at the train station, just on the south side. For a point of reference, it would be just to the east of the old Astoria Federal Savings Bank building, where the Social Security Administration used to be, where the old All Island taxi stand is. That property, we have a developer who's coming in looking to put in a building with amenity space, an event space on the first floor, but you can participate in those hearings next week. I do not anticipate that with a project of this size, magnitude, and complexity, that any votes would be taken next week. Obviously, we still have to wait for Nassau County Planning Commission, and it is going to be a rather lengthy, I expect that it will be a rather lengthy presentation, but in complete clarity and disclosure, I would love to see the residents of the village down here and asking any questions that you have from the developer, the applicant, and from the board as well. So again, next Wednesday, June 14th, 6:30, Village Hall. The project is called The Bridge. It's literally at the train station on the south side of the train station. So I hope to see residents here to weigh the pros and cons, positive and negative benefits of this project. Okay? Deputy Mayor?
Thank you, Mayor. I don't have much tonight. I just wanted to remind everybody that as school is wrapping up and summer is starting, the pool is opening on June 17th, and along with that comes with the rec program and the swim lessons. So if you don't already have your pool passes, or you don't have your children registered for either of those programs, definitely get in touch with our leisure office and rec office, and enjoy your summer. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Mr. Casado?
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to go back to our Memorial Day Parade on Monday. I want to thank those organizations who marched, to those who stood along the parade route, and to those who attended the ceremony. And I also want to thank Mineola firefighter Kenny Contronio and former Troop 45 Scoutmaster Steve Grosscraft for their efforts in organizing this event. And a shout out to the members of our Chamber of Commerce, who once again distributed American flags along the parade route. American flags that were made in America. 3 Sundays ago, I had the opportunity to attend an antique car show that was hosted by the East Williston Fire Department, a great community event for the village of East Williston, although I did notice that there were many Mineola residents at this event. There were maybe 50 antiques on display, and Mayor, that doesn't include me. And the reason why I wanted to mention this is that there was an area where vintage fire trucks were also on display, and I'm happy to report that the Mineola Fire Department's 1959 Ward LaFrange engine received recognition for first place. And speaking of the fire department, 2 additional items. First, back in February, the Mineola Fire Department sent letters to our residents and businesses announcing the start of its 2023 subscription drive. At this point, their drive is basically drawing to a close, but during the next 2 or 3 weeks, they will be making their final appeal. They will be going door to door to those residents and businesses who maybe perhaps forgot to make a donation. If they come to your door, they will be properly identified as a member of the Mineola Fire Department. And secondly, on a more significant note, I wanted to congratulate our former chief, Jack Gayson, who this past Monday, June 5th, celebrated his 50th year of service to our village. Jack served as chief from 1999 to 2001, and then again from 2005 to 2007. Jack, congratulations to you.
Thank you, very well deserved. And we'll recognize Chief Gayson in a few
Next
weeks.
month.
Next month,
We will.
exactly. Trustee Clark?
Good evening. I just want to thank the village staff, the Chamber of Commerce, and Lyle's Aaron Properties for putting on the...
Sounds on second. Sounds on second.
Sounds on second.
Linda came up with that.
It was a great evening. The weather was perfect. The food was fantastic. It really was a hit. There were many residents that came out and enjoyed it. So I encourage you to look at the village website, follow the schedules, and attend as many of these concerts as you can. They really are a pleasant evening. So thank you for a great job, Linda.
Trustee Salaski.
I just have two quick things for the community. First off, on October 15th, which is a Sunday, the Mineola Historical Society is having an open house from 1 to 4. And they're inviting all the residents and their friends to come down and see the different mementos, the different papers, the different things that have been donated to the Historical Society. And also, if you're interested in joining the Historical Society, please come down to the open house and join up and see what you can contribute. There's always a lot to learn when we're down there. And then also on Father's Day, which is the 18th, Boy Scout Troop 45 is having a pancake breakfast at the high school from 7:30 to noon. So it's a great way to take Dad out and keep the kitchen clean for Mom. That's all, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. I do want to mention one more thing. This morning at Mineola High School, we had the annual Senior Awards Breakfast where literally tens of thousands of dollars in scholarship money and hundreds of awards are given out to deserving seniors for everything from academics to leadership to community service. And I have the privilege of giving out, and my predecessors as well, the Mayor's Citizenship Award. And obviously it speaks for itself. It's for a graduating senior who has exhibited all the qualities of a citizen. And traditionally, the award would go to a Village of Mineola resident. This year, this young man was so impressive that we kind of made an exception for that. And he is James Desiderio, who was an Eagle Scout, and he's an athlete, he's an artist. He is actually on the brink of becoming a licensed pilot while still in high school, and he will be attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Georgia, I believe that is, to major in aerospace engineering or something really, really difficult. So he is very impressive, so it was my honor, my privilege to recognize James with the Mayor's Citizenship Award, and to congratulate all of the other students that were recognized in one form or another today at Mineola High School. And congratulations to the class, I can't believe I'm saying this, of 2023, because that is just crazy that we are in 2023, but good luck to the class of 2023 at Mineola High School, at Chaminade, at Carl Place, and at the Wheatley School, where we also have residents attending. So, and seeing no papers, I'll entertain a motion to close the public meeting.
Motion.
Motion by Trustee Clark. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Deputy Mayor Sartori. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Have a great evening, everyone. I would say enjoy the weather, but stay
Don't.
indoors, be careful, watch out for your pets, watch out for some neighbors that may have compromised health or elderly, asthma, things of that nature. So please be careful over the next couple of days, heed the warnings, and take care of yourselves. And we'll see you Sunday.
And the parade Sunday, what's starting time?
Sunday, 11 a.m. I'm guaranteeing sun, sort of.
Okay.
Okay? Have a great night, everyone.